So recently, I realized I've lived in this room my entire creative journey, which means 90% of my ideas, experiments, failures, and videos that shaped me all happened in this room. If I'm being honest, living in the same room for that long can feel a little limiting. Not because there is anything particularly wrong with it, but after a while, everything becomes familiar. I know exactly where I'm waking up. I know exactly what I'm waking up to. And that kind of puts me in a constant loop. You always hear people say your environment shapes you. It shapes the way you see the world, the way you think, the ideas you come up with. If that's true, then this room has probably shaped a bigger part of me than I can imagine. Which makes me keep wondering sometimes, what difference would it have made if this wasn't the case?
This is your current situation. You're looking for some tips and a better understanding of the psychological experience that you're going through. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about living alone in our 20s. I think about 5 to 10% of 20 something year olds live alone, and that is the highest in the population, except for people over 60 who often do so in the wake of a divorce or a separation or a death, whereas people in their 20s are actively choosing this kind of lifestyle. It's really a bit of a rite of passage to say that you lived alone, to have that experience of being completely responsible for your house, for your space.
Being an adult comes with a lot of responsibility, especially a young adult. You're expected to have your life figured out because you will soon be 30. You should have a purpose for your life because you don't want to live an ordinary life. You are responsible for yourself, so have money and foot your bills. You should have your space. Nobody's coming to save you, so save yourself. And here is me at 23 in my parents' house, planning on renovating a room when I should be working towards getting an apartment. But here's the truth, we are going to be renovating this room. Trying to get an apartment is mind blowing, is out of it because I'm not capable yet. So instead of moving out, I've been thinking about improving the space I'm already in by just adding a few things that might inspire me more. But I have a little problem. I won't say I'm completely broke. I do have some savings, not much, but enough that I'm considering taking a part of it and using it for this room. Sometimes I think I've become so focused on where I'm trying to get to that I've stopped paying attention to surviving my current life. Well, for now, I have a small budget, I have a room, and I have an idea. And that's to make it feel more like an environment where creativity can grow. A room that feels a little more like the person I'm becoming. I'm thinking of repainting this room, repainting it in white. But you might have to do something different with this side. Probably get a wallpaper. So this side can stand out from the rest of the room. For this room, I have three different curtains. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to get curtain for every side. My two window side and my door. So I'm thinking of getting share curtain too because that will help with diffusing the light during the daytime. So we're getting a curtain, a normal curtain and a share curtain. And because I do not have a workspace, my room is my living room, is my bedroom, it's my workspace, it's everything. That is why it's looking like this. But if I can have it enclosed in a wardrobe, that would make so much sense. This is my convenience. I would love to have it painted. I would love to do something about it. I do not like this also. Of course, I love my bed, but I don't like the fact that I need to sit down on the floor before I can sit. I would love to get a frame, a bed frame. The more I look around this room, the more things I find that I would love to change. That makes it more scary because how do I know these are actually the things that needs changing? What if I'm about to spend money on things that don't really matter? I feel like there are probably things I'm overlooking, things that haven't even crossed my mind simply because, well, I've never done anything like this before. And that's why I think it might be a good idea to do a little research.
In this video, we're going to talk about hacks to make the most of your teeny tiny space, make it feel much bigger, make it feel like the room people want to hang out in, or at least just feel like the room you want to hang out in. It's going to make it so much homier if you can get some curtains up there. You probably can't paint, you certainly can't paint it, but you can put up peel and stick wallpaper. For the love of God, if you do nothing else, get a rug. Get a rug, get a rug. So get a couple like larger posters or larger things you want to hang up, even just one or two. And then if you do have a bunch of photos or little things with you, collect them together like on one big cork board. Vibes are not fake plants. Fake plastic vines do not equal vibes. One real plant, it will inject so much life into the space. 3 sources of light. So it might be a floor lamp, or if you want to save the floor space, do 2 table lamps, 2 fat boy matching lamps up there. It's going to feel like a real home, not a dorm room. I think if you want to go for the like fake candle, that works. I would definitely want a full length mirror, do an outfit check.
Here is the list of things I'm hoping to get, but to be on a safer side, I would be starting with the most non-negotiable item. How do I explain to you that I've spent all my budget on cutting? I was able to minimize a lot of things. I had to cut down a lot of things. I had to leave out a lot of things. Now, I've successfully spent half of my budget on cutting. All I wanted was consistency. I wanted the curtains around the room to actually match, and I wanted something that would diffuse the light a little better when filming. But here we are with 50,000 naira left. I went shopping for the other items on the list. Got the paint brilliant white. I thought of this. I'm sure it's going to make sense. Yeah, a board. I got a frame, guys. So our boss is going to be inside. Ta-da! This is our bed frame. Do you love it? Cause I love it. We can't afford the bed frame at the moment, so we are going to improvise with this. This is something owned by my mom, and she's not using it anymore, or at the moment anymore. And I thought to use it. That's creativity, yeah. The goal was to have my bed lifted off the ground. If this could get that done, then why not? So I figured a fresh coat of paint would help it fit better for the room. At this point, I think we are off to a pretty good start.
Set out running, you set out running on our own. All the things we left behind. I know one day that this life will feel like mind. It'll make sense in time.
I started questioning everything. I wasn't even sure I was supposed to be doing this anymore because somewhere along the way, I had convinced myself that if I improved my environment, I would feel more inspired, more creative. Maybe I would finally stop feeling stuck. I started wondering, what if that wasn't the problem to begin with? What if the room was never the thing holding me back? What scared me more was the possibility of getting to the end of all of this and realizing nothing had changed. That's what I couldn't stop thinking about. After sitting with those thoughts for a while, I realized I was probably trying to reach a conclusion way too early. Most of the work hadn't even been done yet, and somehow I was already trying to decide whether it was worth it. So I told myself to relax, finish what you've started, let everything come together, then when it's all done, you can decide what it meant. The other day, some of the things I ordered arrived. My order arrived. We have lights, sticky notes. Do you want to see it? Are you sure? Look at this. It's going to be attached to my wall. This is not your regular phone alarm. Hi, Mr. Barry. It's meant to be circular. For the first time, I could actually see where all of this was heading. I could look around and picture the room becoming something different. And I think that's when I realized I'm not really chasing an aesthetic room. What I wanted is something that feels warm, feels cozy, and personal. A room that feels like somewhere I can think, create, spend time without constantly wanting to be somewhere else. Maybe it didn't really become what I envisioned or what I wanted, but then it's way, way better than the previous one. You would agree with me. You would agree with me. It's way, way better. And I wish I had done this earlier. I wish I had done this a very long time ago. I never even thought of it. The thought just came to me randomly at these last days. So I started immediately. It was worth everything. It was worth every penny I spent on it. Even though working with low budget was draining, I would say, because it required more thinking than doing. You have to be sure this is something you have to get. You have to be sure this is something that would matter to you. You have to be sure this is something that won't end up being a waste of money because you don't have so much money to waste. If I had like a lot of money to work with, yeah, I would do way, way better than this. But then the low one I had didn't really stop me. It's more from the line of, okay, I'm determined to do this whichever way. I don't mind if it's less quality, but let's do something. This is like a first version of who I am. First time I tried to like build something to reflect me. The first version doesn't necessarily mean your position or your worth or your value. It's just a first version for you to see what it's like to be this particular type of person that you envision for yourself. Thanks for watching this video. I wouldn't thank you enough. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you. Please do the YouTube stuff. Please like this video. I know you've liked it, but if you've not liked this video, comment your thoughts. Let me hear your thoughts about this video. Let me have your thoughts about this video. What do you do again? Subscribe. Please subscribe and share, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Right? If you can do the tagging of the timeline too, and just point out the parts that you find interesting. Yeah, I love things like that. You can do it for me, please. So thank you. That's a wrap, guys. We did it. We built the first version, guys. We sparked into the future. You know what's up. Bye, guys. I love you.